Sakhal bunker run. Okay, we're gonna try this again. I let the stream warm up, so it should be a little bit better, not as laggy. What we're gonna do, we are going to attempt to go from freshie all the way to the bunker, so that way new players can see what you have to do in order to survive in this new map. I've done it plenty of times by myself. It is a lot easier with friends. It's usually a two-man job, but it's not like Livonia where you need two people. You can actually get away with doing this by yourself, and I'll show you how. First thing you're going to want to do is get a spawn near the volcano. I already got a spawn earlier, so that way I'm not killing myself over and over. I had spawned right here. The only thing I did was I found a pebble, and I'll show you where I found it. Because the first thing you want to do is start a fire. Because on the bottom right corner, you can already tell that I'm really cold and already losing health. On these dirt paths right here, there's a high chance to spawn a small stone. Just kind of walk back and forth and you'll find it. If you find a bunch of them, like as soon as you walk onto the dirt path, that's not a good sign. That means somebody's nearby. But I am on a server by myself. It is a official server, so anybody can join, but for the sake of this video, I just want to get the teaching instead of having to deal with online players, which is completely fine. If that's the way you like to play, I might actually do a video like that where I go onto a high pop server and try to do this, but I don't recommend it because I have a normal server where I play with my friends, and it's a high pop, and we made it all the way to the bunker and there was no gear, nothing. So it was a bit of a bust, so I don't recommend it. But you might find actually more loot just on players and on the way to the bunker rather than finding loot at the bunker. You can hear right now that the wind is picking up, and that'll actually drastically affect how cold you get. Still looking for a pebble. There it is. This is the one I had found earlier. And when you find a small stone, it looks like a circle, like a little stone that could fit into your palm. You bring that stone over here onto any one of these big boulders, and you can craft a stone knife. Let me give it one more run so you can see. Because I have been here for about a minute or so, so it should spawn. Usually there's zombies walking around, but they haven't spawned for me yet, but they will the longer I hang out here. There's also a high chance to find cutting items, like a sickle. You might find them in these. They spawn a lot in this server. I actually found a barrel, so that's pretty good. I'm already losing health, so there's the first zombie we see. Let's try to avoid the zombies because you don't want to get cut and waste your bandage because there's only so many of them. If you must fight the zombie, keep your hand up and walk backwards. They always do 2 attacks. 1, 2, and then you can get a heavy attack in. And just repeat this. It's easier to do when you're refreshing because you have a lot of stamina. And always check their body to make sure they don't have anything to eat. And there we go. A small stone spawn, just like that. Go ahead and demonstrate what I did earlier. We take this small stone. And bring it over to any one of these large rocks across the map. It's in your hand. And then just craft. It'll give you an option to craft. And there we go. Now I have 2. You do spawn with the knife on this map, but it's badly damaged, so you only have a few uses. So we'll save that for emergencies. Now we have to find either a rope or a fishing rod or just a bunch of clothing so we can cut it up like this shirt. We're gonna cut this shirt up to make rags. We want a stack of 6. A stack just means the max amount you can hold in one slot. So an example, 2 out of 6. So we still need more. This is okay to have for now, I suppose. It'll help with the wolves. Because in phase 1, you need to get warm, get food, get water, and then something to protect yourself from wolves. That's when phase 1 is complete. So we're still in the very beginning. Here's another shirt. It's actually better than mine, so I'll put it on. And cut up the shirt that I had on me for more rags. Combine this 2 rags with these 2 rags to make 4. We're almost there. Might get lucky and find a CR instead, so we'll hold on to that. Sometimes bones spawn in these greenhouses. A stack of bones, and that's really useful. You could turn them into knives or fishing hooks. Always check these boats. They have a chance to spawn good items. Go ahead and put this on. Anything to keep you warm is good. Frozen, so let it thaw on our body. Food on this map is frozen, so if you find it, look, there you go. We found a rope. We don't have to do the 6 rags on 6 rags anymore. That's only if you don't find a rope. If you don't find a rope at all, you need 12 rags technically. A stack of 6 and another stack of 6. When you combine those two stacks, you make a rope. Hatchet's good to have, so we'll trade that. Let's go ahead and get a fire started while I get everything else situated. I like to have the fire closer to the ocean, so it's easier to... Look at that, a lighter. So I don't have to make a hand drill kit, which is another way to make a fire. So you just pretty much want to loot the area. On a higher pop server, it's probably going to be tougher to find items. More inland you go, the better. And there we go, we have a shotgun. I would say until I find more ammo for the shotgun, I'll hold on to both. So that's technically one shot for one wolf and one shot for another wolf. So that's 2 wolves, but we need at least 3 shots because the wolves come in packs, and if you kill at least 3 of them, the rest of them will run away. Okay. I'm gonna run to these buildings over here and start a fire in one of them. It's a storm right now, so it's not good. See, these clothings would probably help me get the rope if I didn't find a rope, but I found it, so we don't got to worry about the rope anymore. I'm gonna check the other building to see if it has a fireplace. I don't like cooking on those small ones. I like the fireplace. There we go. And look at that, another shotgun. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have ammo in it, so just put that down. And a backpack, that's good. We'll put that on for now. This glow stick, we're gonna save it for later, because the bunker is really dark, so we may not have anything else, so we'll save the glow stick for now. Got some crackers. Everybody knows crackers don't freeze, so let's go ahead and start eating these. Now with my stone knife and hatchet, I'm gonna get materials to start a fire. The shovel's a good thing to have, so we'll go ahead and put it on my back. Put the crossbow in here for now. The hatchet I found, I'm gonna use it to cut down a bigger tree so I can actually get some good wood. Firewood's better than short sticks. Oop. Get some firewood going. Place the firewood. I like to put it in my hand and just stare at it. You'll find the attach. Fire needs kindling, so we'll go back over here. Use one of our stone knives we got. Take some light bark from this tree. Just one. Since we have a lighter, we don't need another one. Take this. And this long stick from earlier. Go ahead and close the door. That's all we're gonna need for now. We'll put the bark in the fireplace, and this will allow it to be lit. No pun intended. Since I took some damage finding everything necessary to survive, I'm gonna go ahead and wait here for a few minutes. This is actually a scary part of the process. I usually have fish, but I was a little slow because I'm explaining how to do everything. Since I found the rope, I can go ahead and craft an improvised fishing rod. Until the patch comes out, this is overpowered. Basically unlimited food. With this fishing rod, we'll go ahead, I guess put it in our inventory for now. We have space since we found the backpack. I'm still seeing if we can find a CR to put this mag in. Let's go ahead and put this on here to defrost. So pretty much the gist of this map is you spawn in. If I was you, I would just use your knife until you get used to the whole process. Use your knife and get 2 bark, 1 bark for the fire, and 1 bark for the hand drill kit, just in case you can't find a lighter or matches. You can use the hand drill kit. You combine a piece of bark with a small stick. Make sure you don't make a fireplace. Scroll up and down on your D-pad and it'll give you an option to make a hand drill kit. And then immediately just start making a fire. I recommend to like find something like either like a shovel or something to like help you break sticks, because unless you have gloves, I wouldn't break sticks with your bare hands because there's a chance you can start bleeding, and you only spawn with one of these, and on this map these are kind of hard to find, so hold on to that. This is your treasure right here. Just avoid zombies. On the bottom right you can see I already have 2 heat buffs indicated by the 2 plus signs next to the temperature gauge. That's what we want. But my character is throwing a fit right now, so we gotta hurry up and find him something to eat. I'm gonna go ahead and heat this up a little bit more so I can eat something that's actually warm. Might actually warm me up a little bit more. There we go. It's a good thing I found the shovel, because the shovel will increase the amount of worms you get per dig. If it was like this knife, if it was this knife, it would take a long time and you only get 1 worm. So I like to keep the knife as a backup. Once I'm done fishing, I will break down the fishing pole, turn the rope into a belt, and then the belt has a slot for your knife, so I'll keep this knife on me and I'll just use these stone knives instead. There we go. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer so I'm in the gray, because my health dropped a little bit below 50%. Reason why I stress that we need something to defend ourselves so much is because I've died several times because I was like, yes, I got a volcano spawn. I'm trying to hurry up and get there. All I did was fish for like 1 or 2 fish. I ate them. I fished for 2 more fish, cooked them, put them in my inventory. I found myself a cooking pot, and I'm going to show you how to do that. I pretty much sped run it. I speed run the whole thing, and I always end up skipping out on finding a weapon. And what happens is I get up there, or let's say I even get all the way to the bunker, and I get attacked by wolves. And since I don't have anything, they make short work of me. And there's plenty of times where I went toe to toe with wolves. I punched wolves. I cut wolves. I've killed several wolves with just the blade that you spawn with. This one right here. Killed several wolves with this, but there was always more of them, so they always ended up killing me instead. But that's neither here or there, so just make sure you have a weapon with plenty of ammo. Enough to kill at least 3 wolves, and you should be okay. Usually it's not a good idea to go outside like this, but I gotta get this going. With my shovel, I'm gonna dig up some worms. I want at least a stack and maybe a little bit more, just in case I get wellies or a cooking pot, which is okay. I always wear wellies. They help with waterproof when you walk through the river. It's just good to have. There you go, 3 earthworms, just like that. Let's go ahead and do it again. Yeah, because trust me, this takes forever. Without a shovel or a pickaxe or a garden hoe, you can't do this. It just takes a god-awful long time. Let's see. Damaged. So we'll go ahead and stack these. I want at least a stack. There's a stack and 1 for the hook. I think that's good enough. We'll go ahead and leave this shovel here. And let's go ahead and leave everything else we don't need at the moment. Since I am by myself on the server, it's okay. This will just speed up the process. Okay. Now that we are on this part, let's find a short stick. With the stone knife we got, we'll use it to cut down this bush so you don't cut yourself. You don't want to cut yourself. With the same stone knife, we're gonna break down this long stick. You don't have to do this. I don't even think it's faster. I think if anything it'll just wear down your knife more. So once we have some sticks, we're going to go ahead and combine the knife with the short sticks to make an improvised fishing hook. It should give you 2 hooks. There we go, 2 hooks. We'll put 1 in our inventory, and we'll go ahead and equip 1 to our fishing rod by pressing triangle or the Y button, depending on what you're playing. Make sure you don't put the stack of 5 on your hook. I usually just put 1. 1's more than enough, so equip that. And you can see right here, it's equipped to my fishing hook. And then we go fish. I usually fish until I run out of worms, and then I take back what I got and cook it. Again, if you're doing this on a high pop server, this is risky but necessary. You might actually find a bunch of improvised fishing rods. You might find a bunch of fireplaces. High pop services, it's a whole different experience. It really is. I tend to enjoy these experiences more. I don't mind not running into anybody. I just want to enjoy the game. I played single players my entire life. The only thing I wished was just sometimes I would see someone else in the single player world that I was in, just doing their own thing. The closest thing I got to that was Fable. I don't know if anybody's played that, but if you play that game with your internet like connected, you will find like little glowing orbs just floating around. That's how you know there's other players around you. Like you won't see the character, but you'll see like a floating orb with their gamer picture on it. And that orb is just like kind of wandering about, doing his own thing in his own instance. So far I caught 2 fish. I'm splitting the worms, so I'm not putting a bunch of them on one hook. I'm going to keep going until I run out of worms. But yeah, the point of that conversation was I don't mind being on a server by myself, and then, you know, people join, like I know they're there, and I might see them, but I just won't interact with them. Like just knowing they're there is enough. It just brings comfort. Go ahead and split this before you put it on the hook. Sometimes the wooden hook is ruined before you get to finish your worms. Sometimes. I haven't done a complete breakdown on it. It's just typically I usually ruin one hook before I end up going back. Having good luck right now. Nothing but fish, which is good. And yep, there it is. The hook is ruined. So we'll take that hook off, put on the other one, because it does give you 2. And we got 2 more worms to fish with. Once we get these fish, we'll cut them up, cook them, depending on how much we need to eat. I might fish a little bit more, but usually this is enough to get me going. Last worm, and then we can move on to the next part of our phase 1. There's about 3 phases that I like to, possibly 4, but I'll probably just blend that with the 3rd and final phase. Phase 1 right now, in case my mic wasn't working earlier. As soon as you spawn, you want to more or less immediately make a fire, but since I know what to expect, I know how long I have to live, I typically don't do that. I like what I did in the very beginning of this video. I immediately just started looking for a stone. I knew I had one already, but I wanted to prove to you that I found it here, and that I wasn't just spawning in with gear. What I did right now was break down my fishing rod. I broke it down to a long stick and a rope again. So if you have the rope and you look at the long stick, it'll make a fishing rod, but I don't want to do that. I just want to have the rope in my hand, and in the bottom left it says tie belt. That's what I want to do. You can turn a rope into a belt and take it with you. That way, if you need more fish, you take the belt off and make another fishing rod. This belt can hold 1 knife, and that's where I'll put my knife that I spawned with as an emergency. So with the stone knife, go ahead and cut up all these fish. And of course, you don't want to eat with bloody fingers, bloody hands, whatever. You just don't want to do it. So don't do it. I heard it's not as bad eating raw fish rather than raw chicken, but I still wouldn't do it. There's also the vitamin trick where you take a vitamin right before you eat something raw if you're in a pinch, and that'll actually help out. But I would say just cook it. Be better for everybody in the long run. Do apologize for that if you heard that. Just trying to fix my headphones. I got this idea off of a YouTube video. Forgot his name, but the name of the video was Noob to Pro, and that's what inspired me to make this video, because I loved watching his videos, and I just felt like everybody does it different. Just want to give everybody a different perspective on it. Like I said, I don't remember his name. I'm pretty sure I subscribed to him. But I do know if you look up Noob to Pro, you'll find it. Like Daisy, Noob to Pro, you'll find what I'm talking about. It's usually a few hour-long videos explaining what to do as a freshie all the way to, you know, fully geared. And that's what I intend to do in this video. And look at that. The bones spawn. Like I was saying earlier, bones spawn in these little houses. And that's good because you can take these bones with you and make knives and hooks on the go. See, our fire's still going. Still got some wood in there, plenty of wood, so let's go ahead and start cooking. There's plenty of ways to do this. I'd like to grab it with the action button. For me, it's A. It might be X for PlayStation. And while you're holding the action button, you can scroll with your bumpers and your directional pad to put it where you want it, and then let go of the action button when you have it where you want it. I just do it kind of fast, so sorry. Inventory management and how to fiddle with your inventory comes with time, and like just play the game type thing, not in an ugly mean way, but like legit, the more you play, the faster you get at just managing your inventory. I could sit here all day and tell you how I do it, but it may not be how you like to do it, so I recommend just fiddle with the inventory whenever you have a chance. It changes colors and makes a different noise when it's ready. I like to move the smoking down to the cooking. Smoking takes a little bit longer, but it also helps with cooking. It speeds up the process by heating it up. See? Black background means, you know, normal temperature, then brown is warm, and then the red is like hot. I like to rotate them because I typically don't want smoking because it takes away more of the water. So we'll just keep rotating these, because if you keep just rotating the front two, these two will end up cooking if you don't rotate them. So I did these two first, and now I did these two. So when these are done, I'll go back to these two, if that makes any sense. You'll understand whenever you do it yourself. Like I said, this is more than likely going to get patched from what I understand. Wobo and everybody made plenty of videos saying that they're going to nerf fishing, so I might make another video when they actually do that, just to see how it is. But for the most part, as of right now, the patch is still not live, so fishing is still very much overpowered. So that's how I'm going to show you how to do it. And you don't want to eat the food that immediately comes off the fire. It'll burn you. What I normally do is take it outside and leave it outside in the cold That usually works, but you can also just have it on your body and it'll eventually get warm like this. And you can eat the warm ones fine. You just can't eat the red background. If you eat anything with the red background, that's hot and you'll burn yourself, just like in real life type thing. Some people might get used to it, but not me. I tend to let my food get cool too. Rotate these down. The fire lasted a good while. We went to go fish and everything, and the fire's still up. That's good, and that's why I like to, when I found the hatchet, I knew it was going to be good. Hatchet's a good thing to have, so that way you can get these firewoods instead of the little sticks. Go ahead and I'm going to keep eating. Because I'm not going to carry all this fish with me. That's how you know it's ready. The icon changes. It makes a different noise. You gotta be quick though, because you will burn it if you don't get it off in time, which is a bummer. Waste of food in my opinion. We're gonna keep eating. I don't want to have to worry about eating at least until I get to the geothermal plant, and that's right after the volcano. So it's gonna be right here, fresh spawn, volcano, geothermal plant, then land bridge, then peninsula. Once you're in the peninsula, we have to make our way to the generator room, because the generator room is where you put the glow plug and the gasoline in order to power the bunker. I'll explain more about that as we go though. What you need to worry about now is just stay warm. Stay warm, get food, get water, all that good stuff, and get yourself a weapon. So once I'm done with this food, I'm going to search the rest of this village for some ammo. Because if not, I'm going to have to take this crossbow and just make a bunch of bolts. And hopefully that'll help me take out the wolves if they do appear. We'll put the small knife in my rope belt. There you go. Take the small stones, take this, take everything pretty much that we need. Keep eating. Okay, let's see. See if I can fit this hatchet. There you go. There you go. Because the hatchet will help whenever I need to make a fire. Alright. Let's search the rest of this town for some gear. Now I did see this earlier. Not too sure how I feel about this. It does take up some space in your inventory. Hacksaw is good to have, but I don't need it right now. It's unfortunate. The sun, I think, is going down. There's no way. And that sucks. But don't worry, since there's nobody in this server out, I don't mind rocking a torch so you can see. What I'm doing right now is just searching at least for some ammo for the shotgun. Another stone spawned. 2 more stones. It's a dead giveaway that I've been here for a long time. And look, another rope. That's good. Stuff like that spawns like more frequently on this map. What's this? This is good to have. I think this is better, honestly. Let's double check. High insulation. High insulation. They're both good. Sewing kit. We can hold on to that. When we find warm clothing, we can keep it in good condition. Let's hope we find a battery for this flashlight. That'll help out a lot, because I think the sun is setting. It's a little bit of unfortunate, but I can manage. Thankfully on this map it's not like Cherno dark, like it's bearable. Look at that, I found another bandage. That's a rare find, very rare. And I keep thinking somebody's behind me because of this crossbow on my back. You can kind of see it when you're walking. It's a small village, so I'll be done scouring it in a minute. I just don't want to repeat the same thing I did in the past. I saw something back here. What is this? Matches. Good to have, but I already have a lighter. Don't need matches. A hoodie. Hold on. Hoodie keeps me warm better. And it has more slots for inventory. If I can't find any ammo, it's fine. I'll keep the shotgun with its 1 bullet. That's, oh, perfect. A better backpack than this one that I have on. Always make sure you cycle out what you had on so you don't forget it in the backpack that you drop. I'm gonna go ahead and activate this heat pack too. Anytime I need space, I'll always just eat something. The best thing to do, if you're not familiar with where things spawn, is just open up your vicinity and it'll see what you can't. So it may look like there's nothing there, but if you open up your vicinity, you'll see something hidden, like within the wall or the dresser. There's the looming volcano we gotta go to. Glasses? Why not? Boonie? No. What's this? There we go. So I technically have, what, 2 shots for this since BK18 762. Let's see. 762. I technically have 2 shots. So I'm probably gonna drop this crossbow. It weighs a ton, so. Empty out this mag and leave it here, just in case I find a gun for it. So I got 3 bullets. That's enough to kill off a wolf attack. As long as I don't, you know, mess it up. All you gotta do is kill 3 wolves and the rest of them will run away. So look, a garden. Get worms. Works really good. Check these buildings yet. I always tend to these guys near a doorway. They're not the. And they always attack twice. Thankfully, I didn't get cut. It'd be bad if I got cut. Make sure that that's just my phone and not how it actually looks. No, that's how it actually looks. I do apologize. I want to get a torch up and running as soon as I can. I don't want to be doing a dark video like I don't know. Go ahead and start cutting up this to make a torch. I mean, it's not too dark, but it's dark enough to be noticeable. There's the sickle I was talking about earlier. It spawns. Might find a jig right here. Duct tape, don't eat that right now. Okay. Almost done searching this little village. Pistol. Nothing in it. Still looking for. Oh look. Oh look at that. Right there on the table. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Ammo. Get this right here. 5. Good, good. Take these. We have plenty of ammo now to defend ourselves from wolves. We have 4 shots of shotgun shells, 1 in the gun and 3 on reserve. And then we have 2 shots of the rifle. That's more than enough. So I feel more comfortable now. Phase 1 is almost done. I guess I'll fix this up. Might as well. Since we got plenty of food. We're gonna go find the water hole now. Usually inside of these villages there's a dirt road, and this dirt road will lead you to the watering hole, but it's usually out of the way. Let's see, where are we at? Okay. It's usually on the outskirts of the village. Like, everybody in the village has to kind of walk to go get water, so shouldn't be hard to find. I think I found it. It's usually at the bottom of a foothill like this, so technically what it's supposed to be is runoff water from the glaciers. I mean, that's my guess. See, this is what it looks like. And these little dirt paths right here, it'll lead you straight to it. There is 2 other people online, but I'm not going to worry about that. We're just going to hope that we don't run into each other, and if we do, hopefully they're friendly. We're going to go ahead and make a fishing rod real quick. With my belt, I'm going to untie the belt and combine it with the stick to make a fishing rod. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and make 1 hook. Well, it's going to give us 2, so it don't matter. Just make a hook. Attach the hook to your fishing rod, and then just start fishing at the watering hole. High chance of getting wellies and a cooking pot. I'm going to want at least like 2 cooking pots, because I want to fill them up with gasoline once we get closer to the bunker. You don't need to put any bait. I never do. It's like hit or miss if you'll do it, like if you'll catch something fast or... let's see what we got. Wellies. Okay. Got wellies. Put those on since they are brand new. Pristine. Can't go wrong with that. Let's hope I can get more wellies. That's fine. We'll just keep fishing. You can only get wellies and cooking pot, and I think you can get other things like a compass, but I never got it. Only wellies and a cooking pot. With my luck. It's a good little way. It's like something I do every run if I'm brand new at like a freshie. I would do what I did down there. Find myself, you know, sharp objects. Find a rope or craft a rope. Craft a fishing rod. You know, start fishing. More wellies. Come on. And once I'm done with all that, I have plenty of food. Then I come over here to the watering hole. Screaming. There we go. Gotta cook